Hey guys, LazyMan here. Hey, I did a few mods over the weekend. Matter of fact, it kept me pretty busy the entire weekend, but you know, I didn't have time to actually do videos on the mods, so I just kind of want to show you what I've done. And I took a bunch of pictures, and I'll actually post those at the end, and you guys can get an idea of what I did. But anyway, I'm not going to be using the tripod this time, so hopefully the camera's not too shaky. But if you guys remember the bracket that actually went up front here that supported the GPUs, I went ahead and mod that. Remember, I was just going to use this section here, and it was so I could run cables from back here across and you wouldn't see them. But it was after I put that on, I decided that, you know, why not just cover up the whole area? You know, make it a little more, you know, give it more of a finished look. So I put that in, and let me just show you the back real quick. You can see how I mounted this. So I had to do a lot of chopping and cutting to make it fit. And again, I want to be able to run these cables through here. So I had to make this all flush. You know, and then mounted it up there, and you had to notch out for this little clip there. And if we come down here, you know, I had to make a bracket. And again, I just used the pieces that you know, that were part of the bracket itself, and just chopped it up. And this is, I had to make my own bracket. That was to stabilize it. And then I don't know if you guys can see down there. But anyway, it turned out pretty good. And I think if you look at it from further back, you know, it kind of just, I think it just makes it look a little bit more cleaner. Then the other mod that I did was, remember we were going to put a couple fans down here, 140mm fans, and I talked to the client, and he was talking about doing a false floor as opposed to the fans down here. So what I've done is, this is right now just a piece of stainless, or excuse me, aluminum that I mocked up to actually get all the measurements, and we'll use that as a template. But when it's all said and done, after the case goes out and gets painted, comes back, we'll put a piece of translucent white acrylic down here, and then we'll put some lighting in the bottom, and that'll hopefully give us a nice glow through the acrylic. The other thing what we're going to be doing is, remember this case is going to be water cooled. We're going to have 2 loops. They're going to be external setups, and what I'll do is I'll run the tubing, we'll run it down through the acrylic and then down here on the bottom. And then what I'll have to do, instead of using these holes or the 2 up here that come with the case, what we'll do is and I haven't done this yet, I was going to drill 2 holes and then use those 2, but I decided I'm going to put 4 holes here, run all the tubing out the back here. So I don't know if I can drill round holes here. So if I can't, then what I'll do is I'll actually cut this out, put a piece of perforated steel, mount that. Look at those holes here, perfect for it. And then drill 4 holes. But anyway, the false floor turned out pretty good. You can see it's pretty sturdy, along with this, and show you guys that. It's all mounted really well. And I actually even wrapped it around and brought it over here. And the way I mounted it, as you can see, there's no screws on the top, but if we get down in here, it may be a little too dark to see. See right there. So I've got a little clamp, or a little L bracket there. There's a couple in the back, and then one over here. And it was a little tough to do, to actually get this so it's level, not only in this direction but in this direction, and then mark out where those L brackets had to go. But eventually we got it. And then the other mods that I did, let me show you real quick. Alright guys, because I couldn't put my fans down here at the bottom, I decided to make a bracket that actually housed 320mm fans here. And I haven't mounted this in yet, you can see. But all it is a piece of 1/8 inch aluminum, you know, that I cut you know, to the right dimensions and then drilled the holes. And what we'll do here is this will go in like that. And then with the 3 fans, we have the, on this case here, for the guys that don't know, you know, it comes with 3 140mm fans here in the front that are intake fans. And then we'll have these pushing air into the case. So anyway, let me show you what those look like with some fans mounted. Alright guys, there it is with 320mm fans. Now these aren't the fans that'll go in the case. I did borrow this from the Corsair build. And just because I've got a lot of people asking what's going on with the Corsair build. The Corsair build is still here. We're still working on it. But you know what I had to do is, because this case is going out, being painted. I've got to ship it all the way to Oregon and whatnot. I wanted to take a break off the Corsair, get this all modded out, get it shipped off, and so Ed can go ahead and paint it, and then I'll go back onto the Corsair build. So start next weekend, I will be back on the Corsair build, and we'll be on that build from start to finish. But anyway, let's get back onto this one. What we'll end up doing is we'll end up installing, you know, remember this case is all going to be white interior with a purple marble look on the outside. So we'll end up installing some white fans possibly. And I don't know if I can find a white fan with a purple LED, but maybe a white fan with any color LED, and then I'll just change them out for some purple LEDs. So if anybody knows where I can pick up those, let me know. But anyway, so I think that looks pretty good there. And again, what I still need to do is mount it, and what I'll do is I'll make some L brackets that'll mount to the back of this, and then mount on the side here from the inside. But I was just running out of time. I mean, I've been going at this for morning till, I was up till 3 in the morning working on this last night. Anyway, I got to go back to work tomorrow, so I thought I'd get this video out for you guys. Also, the only way this will work is if you do what I've done here, and that's reverse the hard drives, or actually the hard drive cages. So the hard drives go in the opposite way. So you have no cables coming out, so there's no need to have access to this. And then what we'll do is for the optical drives, you can see I ended it right here, and I mocked up an optical drive just so I knew where to stop, and I've left space for 2 of them. I'm not sure if the client's going to want to run 2, but if he does, we can put 1 here, 1 there. And then for like a fan controller or switches or whatever, you know, they normally don't extend this far out. So again, there should be no obstruction there, and you have access all through the front here. So everything comes out the front, even the hard drives now. Alright, so there's one more I want to show you guys. You know, I just got kind of going crazy here and decided to make another one. Let me show you this one. Alright guys, there's the final mod that I did this weekend. And what I did is I just took some perforated steel. This is about 1/16 inch thick, and I think the holes are 1/4 inch holes. But I thought if we got the false floor here, we have this here. You know, the motherboard covers up like 90% of the motherboard tray, and it kind of just looked opened up there. And I've always thought, you know, the worst thing you can see, you know, are the cables coming off the power supply. And of course, with the side panel on, you're not going to see it. But with the side panel off, you see it. And so originally I was going to just put a, you know, a solid piece of metal across here. And I went ahead and cut it up. And let me show you real quick. Alright, this is the piece I cut up originally. And the plan was to use this, and then of course this would be all painted white, and then the name of this case, the client has chosen to name it the Big 10K Kahuna. So I was going to have Ed paint on the Big 10K Kahuna right here. But as you guys can see, it didn't fare too well. I mean, just the heat alone from cutting this kind of warped it. And I didn't have any other stock handy, so I did have some perforated steel, as you can see there. And so I decided to just go ahead and use that, and I think it turned out pretty nice. It'll also allow some ventilation through here. Not that you need it, but I think it turned out pretty good. Alright guys, so that's it. Again, I got a bunch of photos I'll put at the end that you guys can check out. And it's more of just, you know, kind of a work log of what I've done and how I did it and whatnot. So anyway, this is LazyMan. We'll get you next week with the Corsair. Oh, there's one last thing I wanted to ask is I went ahead and modded this hard drive cage so it's reverse. As you can see, I haven't modded this one yet. And I was going to do a video on how to mod it. So if anybody wants me to make a video, show them exactly how I did this, you know, let me know in the comments and I will. It's pretty simple. It shouldn't take that long, but it only really pertains to this case. You know, some cases may be a little bit different, but I'll show you how I did it on this case if you guys are interested. Anyway, there's the so that'll look pretty good. It'll all be painted white. Yeah, it'd be cool if I could find some purple fans with some purple LEDs. Maybe I need to paint some more fans. Alright, so I think that's about it as far as the mods. Now what I've got to do is, you know, tear the thing completely down. You know, there's some stuff I still need to do is drill holes in the 5 1/4 bay. We'll do that once I strip it down, and I'll use the drill press. But I think that's pretty much it. The other thing, I guess, is the false floor here. Not only was it difficult trying to get the brackets in, but I also had to leave clearance for the grommets. As you can see, I left enough room, so this just fits perfectly. Anyway, I think that may be it. I can't think of anything else that I'm planning on doing at this time. And actually, this kind of just evolved, you know. I started with the false floor, then I decided to drop this in, and you know, this wasn't as easy as I thought, you know. Originally I wanted to go 140 millimeter fans, but there just wasn't enough space to actually mount the fans, so we had to go with the 320 millimeter fans. And then finally I decided to do this, and you know, having to do that twice you know, took a little bit of time. And actually the false floor I had to do a couple times too, to, you know, I had laid it out, took all the proper measurements, but just getting it to fit perfectly. I mean, you know, if you're off 1/8 of an inch or something, which isn't much, you know, you would see that back there, and you can see right now there's just a slight little gap, but there's a little bit of flex in the motherboard, or the motherboard tray. Alright guys, I'm rattling on, so I'm going to let you guys go. Check out the pictures. Oh, and one thing I want to do before I forget is I want to thank you all for 3,000 subscribers. You know, that means a lot to me. That's what keeps me going. And you know, I've been trying to do a video once a week just to show my appreciation with you guys, but hopefully I can do a giveaway, and I plan on doing a giveaway. But here's my deal, and I don't care how anyone else does it, but I'm only going to give out a giveaway to my present subscribers. You know, I'm not going to look for subscribers you know, to win a giveaway. The giveaway I do when I do it, and right now I'm just too busy to figure out how I'm going to do it, what I'm going to give away, but it'll only be for the subscribers I have at that given time. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you subscribe now, because when I do give the giveaway, any new subscribers will not be eligible for that giveaway. That's just the way I'm going to do it. You know, sure, I'd love to get 100 more, or 1,000 more, 10,000 more subscribers, but you know, it's not all about that. You know, I do this because I enjoy it. I do it because it's a passion of mine. I share this with everybody, and I do how-tos because I want to share it with you guys, not because I need subscribers. So I want subscribers that want to subscribe. I don't want subscribers because I've given away something free. So that's just my honest opinion. So Some of you guys are probably going to balk at that and not appreciate my candidness, but that's just the way I am. Again, so eventually I'll do a giveaway for the subscribers I have at that given time, and that's it. And then maybe we'll do another one down the road, and any new subscribers will be eligible. But anyway, this is LazyMan. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, one last thing. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like with the side panel on. It's going to look really nice. It really is. I think it is. This perforated steel, you don't see much of it with the side panel on, but it adds a little bit of a personality to it. You definitely can see the fans even at that angle there. So that turned out pretty good. And of course, the false floor looks like it's right at you. So I think what it's going to do is it's going to highlight all the components, the motherboard tray and all the components on it, by kind of blocking everything in like we have. So again, for anyone that says, hey, why do you have a black side panel? Remember, this thing's going out to paint. It's all going to be purple and white when it comes back. Alright? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.